Hello and welcome to my 7th video of 2021. Forspoken, formerly known as Project Athia, just released a new trailer today and we got to see an epic sneak peek of some really cool looking stuff. I'm going to go over the trailer and then talk about a few predictions, so be sure to stick around to the end of the video. And if you do like the video, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to tell me to make more of this kind of content. The hypest part of the trailer was hands down the movement mechanic show off. It looks like the developers spent a bunch of time making movement as fun and exciting as possible, which is so important in an open world game, as when the player wants to get from point A to point B, they have two options usually: fast travel or walk. Red Dead Redemption kind of had a band-aid with a cinematic mode where your horse would kind of drive itself, but if moving around is super fun, then that's a huge win for an open world game. And the map itself looks gorgeous if you ask me. All of the different biomes, the VFX, the aesthetics of the character. For those who don't know, this looks to be an isekai game, and if you don't know what that means, then congratulations, you're not a weeb. Essentially, the hero here was transported from Earth to this new world and will most likely gain a bunch of magical powers as the story progresses. And this is apparent given her apparel and the dialogue at the beginning of the trailer. You can even see her wearing sneakers as she uses her movement abilities. I think that's a pretty bold choice, and I kind of like it. Also, I'm super happy to see a black female lead character in a AAA game. It looked like the game was originally slated for January 2022, but given that the date was kind of removed quietly, I assume it's just up in the air now, and hopefully it wasn't delayed too much and we can see it early next year. And we have a quote from a Polygon article. Forspoken is a narrative-driven adventure, according to Square Enix, starring Frey Holland, who enters the treacherous land of Athia, a region described as stunningly beautiful but cruel and deadly. Frey will learn magical abilities to survive in Athia on her journey. The game has also been designed specifically for PlayStation 5, Square Enix says. Square Enix being, Square Enix, but I shortened it to Square Enix because it's easier to say. Taking advantage of the new console's power and features to create a game that feels like a true next-gen experience. The biggest next-gen feature I think of is SSDs, which in an open-world game will allow the game to feel fuller and more seamless, as you can load things much faster than on a normal hard drive. And it sounds like we'll be getting a leveling system of sorts. As you play the game, you'll be leveling up, and as you level up, you'll be gaining new abilities. The skills we've seen so far look like they're based on movement, offense, or defense. And the studio also made Final Fantasy XV, which had a skill tree called the Ascension Grid, where players could buy nodes on this grid that would give them more abilities or power up their character. So it's quite possible we could see something similar here. If you could customize your build, how would you do it? Would you be a squishy assassin or would you be a hulky tank? Comment down below and let's talk about it. I think I'm going for the squishy assassin. I just want to move as fast as possible. I know it's still in the early days, but I can't help but get excited after seeing those movement mechanics. I'll be sure to follow along the development, and as soon as I hear things, I'll be making videos and sharing them with you. So if you enjoyed this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to talk to me more, in the description there'll be links to my Twitter and my Discord, so check me out there. And remember, happy gaming.